Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Champions League Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I want to look at my team, seeing how well they performed in match day 1, then we move ahead to match day 2. So if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and drop a like on the video as it helps my channel out a lot. Here we go. As you can see, my overall rank is 3,000 in the world right now because I got a whopping 99 points in match day 1. This normally happens every season. I normally start off really well and then it kind of falls apart. Well, not falls apart in match day 2, but 3 and 4, I kind of lose a little bit of points. So I'm trying to figure out what's the next steps, right? We've got the Limitless chip and we've got the wild card. I would like to use those chips in the group stages because there's a lot of teams, a lot of strong teams facing really weaker teams that could get us a lot of goals and a lot of points for us, right? So I am looking at the Limitless chip. For the wildcard chip, I don't think I need it right now. And I'll explain why. So this is my team, right? So I got 2 Bayern Munich players. I got Sane and Kimmich. Both of them, got great fixture next as well. And then they got Galatasaray, back to back really. So normally I wild card around the match day 3 mark. But as you can see, I already got 2 Bayern Munich players. And I'm quite happy with the players that I got. But, if I use the Limitless chip, then I guess I can bring in Harry Kane, Leroy Sane and Musala or something like that as an example. So it's good to look at these chip strategies, right? So I've got 3 Manchester City players. I've got Haaland, Alvarez and Rodri. I think the fixture against Leipzig is good. I'm not saying they're going to go and smash them, but against young boys, I can see that happening. And I want to keep Haaland, right? And Alvarez and Rodri. I think all of those 3 players, depending on who starts, right? I'm pretty sure that they will continue to play, especially Haaland and Rodri. And that just tells me that I don't really have to wildcard here unless I've got really big problems. But for the Limitless chip, I'm going to have to go with Haaland. I don't really need to go with Rodri, but yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll go for Edison, but then yeah, fixture away is not that good. But then, as you can see, I've got 3 Bayern Munich, Barcelona players, sorry. An away fixture against Porto, right? Still good. Not saying it's bad, but I've got 2 of their defence here. But then they got a very good fixture in match day 3 and 4. So, if I Limitless chip, if I use it here, then I'll get my players back for match day 3. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't really need to use the wild card early, and I'm quite happy. And as you can see, Leipzig's got a good fixture as well at home. I've got 2 of their players. Who else I got here? Lorenzo. So difficult fixture at home against Real Madrid, but you just never know, right? And then good fixtures here. So this is the thing, right? I feel like I'm quite safe. I feel like I'm quite good for, I'm quite good for the wild card. I don't think I need the wild card. I feel like I can keep. Yeah, as you can see, I've got quite a few Inter players. Well, I need the more Inter Milan players. Just having a quick look here. Every players that I have in match day 3 pretty much plays at home, which is great. So I don't know what it is. I feel like it's weird because I normally use the wild card in match day 3, but it looks like I don't have to because of my team setup. So for that reason, I'm going to keep my wild card until I have a lot of big issues. Now, for a match day 2, there's a lot of my players playing away, and that's quite tough. And there's a lot of players, playing against each other. You got Manchester City against Leipzig. There's a couple of players I would like to have in match day 2. So and looking at my defense, right? There's quite a few away games that I've got. Even Barcelona, against Porto, that's going to be quite difficult, in my opinion. I don't really need two Barcelona defense, but yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think. So I am thinking to use the Limitless chip. So because I don't really know who would I transfer in really, unless I find some injury. So of course there's going to be some press conference, and we'll be able to see who's going to start and stuff, and who hasn't travelled, blah blah blah, later on, and obviously that will probably make my final decisions. But I'm quite happy with what the team that I have right now. So if I make some transfers, right, as an example, if I use the Limitless chip, yeah, I'm just thinking how many of these players would I actually remove. So I would definitely bring in Haaland. I think Haaland you gotta have. So if we go to the forward positions, Mbappe against Newcastle, quite difficult. I mean, I'll be happy to keep Lewandowski. So there's another of my players I already have, but I definitely want Harry Kane in my team. So I'm thinking to myself, who would I remove to get Harry Kane, right? So it's going to be quite difficult to do that with the players that I have right here, because then I don't know. Let's just go back for a second. This is a good thing. So if I wanted to make some transfer, let's just say, I don't know, Alvarez was out or was not playing. So you see, it's quite difficult to get Harry Kane because I really want him. There's 3 million. I guess I've got to remove a couple of players here and there. I don't know, who would I remove. I've got to downgrade quite a few players here. Yeah, it just becomes a little bit difficult for match day 2. I know I'll have similar kind of problems, but most of my players will be playing at home, and I'll be quite happy with the players that I have anyway. So let's just do that again, right? So we have Haaland, Lewandowski, and we have Harry Kane, right? So let's just say that's my Limitless chip, right? So it's expensive players, good players, obviously. Obviously, there's other strikers available, but these are the 3 strikers I would really want. And I think, yeah, I'll captain Harry Kane. He's just a goal scoring machine. And then, I mean, there's Martinez as well, right? He's been doing pretty well, so he is an option as well. So I could actually go for him. But there are other players in Inter Milan team that I could go and get. So if I go for the midfielders, a couple of players that I got my eye on that I might just try my luck on as a differential. I know a lot of people will be like, what the hell? But it's Manchester United, they're at home. I'm not saying they're going to beat Galatasaray, but you just never know. And I like Bruno Fernandes for that reason. Mussola is another player that I wanna bring in. So really going for that free Bayern Munich attack with the Limitless chip. You got unlimited transfers, unlimited budget. George Bellingham, you got to pretty much have. I think he's definitely an essential player. It's just too good. So then I will do something like, as an example, let's have a look. So I've got a couple of Inter Milan players here that I want in my team. Probably a defender, maybe Dumfries. Maybe even just go for double up. Just try my luck, really. These are 2 players that could get some good returns, and really like going for their defense, really. There's another team here that I thought that it had a very good fixture, but I can't actually remember which one it was, which is a shame. But these are the kind of the players that I would go for. Then obviously all the other defense, I'll have to just go for like really expensive goalkeepers and stuff like that. So as you can see, there's a couple of changes here. Harry Kane, we've got a couple of Inter Milan defense. So I could get this team with some transfers. So I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure what to do. I think the information that I'm going to get tomorrow is going to really determine if I'm going to go for the Limitless chip. I feel like my team is good enough, is good enough to do well. You know, I got two of the Bayern Munich players. Yes, I guess I can go and get Kane. I mean, let's have a quick look at some of the matches here. So, yeah, it's quite difficult. Yeah, Arsenal players I could go for. Maybe Odegaard could be a player to kind of bring in. Maybe another Napoli, but definitely Inter Milan. Go for a little bit of a differential on Manchester United players. I know they're playing horrible, but you know, I just you just never know, right? Maybe Lazio against Celtic. I don't know. It's quite tough, and obviously you got Barcelona and Manchester City. So this match day is actually quite tough to kind of predict. But when you go to match day 3, you know you got again Manchester United players. That's actually not a bad fixture for them to do well. You got Inter Milan. So I could bring in another Inter Milan player. Because I'll be quite happy with the players that I have actually. Maybe I could keep the Limitless chip. That might be something that I could do. Interesting. Can I just try something here? If I go to my team. As an example, so if I remove Otamendi, as you can see, there's not many midfielders that I would want to remove except for Simons. And maybe Kimmich as well and go for really powerful. So like, if I had to keep some of my players, maybe Alvarez is a player that I might have to get rid because I need to bring in Harry Kane. I definitely will remove these two here. And then I will get maybe Bruno Fernandes as a differential. I could even go for Odegaard and remove Rodri like this. And who was the other player that I wanted to go? Musala, right? So I could have went for him. As an example, Lorenzo could be something that he could do well. I'm not hating this actually. I'm actually quite liking this when I do something like this. It feels better in a weird way. I don't know. I'm just playing around a little bit, guys. I think you know, I've got to make some big decisions soon. As you can see, like against Manchester City, I don't really want to do that. I could just do something like this. Interesting. I'm liking this in a weird way. I'm liking this. So I could use the Limitless chip, definitely, and go for, I don't know. Let's just say which goalkeepers. Which goalkeepers could do really well? I'm not sure. It's gonna be hard, but like it's so much stronger, right? It looks so much better. Can I look up Barcelona in a second? Let's just have a quick look. Barcelona. Gundogan. Not sure if he's gonna even play. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. Then I can captain Harry Kane. Great, you know, option there. Actually, because there's quite a lot of players playing on the third, so but quite happy with the balance. So I don't really need to go for Odegaard or Bruno Fernandes. It's just, yeah. Anyways, guys, I know. I'm sorry. This is just me just babbling along and just trying to figure out things. But I think there is a potential that I might use the Limitless chip. Then I'll get the team that I have. Then I'll try to bring in Inter Milan defender, and we'll go from there. But obviously, we'll see what happens with the press conference, and there might be some players that is injured. Then I'll definitely use the Limitless chip. But I think I'm going to go for the Limitless chip. If I don't, I think I'm going to bring in an Inter Milan defender, maybe 2 Inter Milan defenders. We'll just have to see to kind of prepare for match day 3. Oh, it's quite hard. But it's quite difficult when your team's done really well. Yeah, it's really hard to kind of remove them immediately. But anyways, thank you so much for joining, guys. I hope that this has helped in some kind of way. Please follow me on Twitter. Actually, it's not called Twitter right anymore. So yeah, please come follow me there, and then yeah, we'll make a big decision towards the end of the deadline. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.